Oh, that garage door's got a bad squeak. Nice Thursday night. How's everybody doing? Sorry to turn that walk-in off. Hey, Johnny boy, how we doing? Jason, what's up, buddy? Joshua Rich. How are you guys doing tonight? There we go. Ty, Brad, Chase, Mac, how we doing? I was going to try and get a little bit of stuff done out in the shop tonight, but it's just not going to happen. Hey, Next Gen, what's up, buddy? Congrats hitting your goal, buddy. That's awesome. I'm proud of you, man. So, hopefully, I'm going to get this line checked again pretty soon. I know I've got a couple beaver on the bottom of drowners. I had a buddy tell me that. So, chasing them beavers, that a boy. Don, how we doing? Yeah, we're sitting right at 40 beaver right now. That 70 pounder I did get a video of. Yeah, I think I filmed that one. It was by the couch, the bottom by the couch. So, off the hook, how we doing, buddy? Oh, nice, AKW. That's awesome. That's awesome. Chad, how we doing, sir? So we had a little instance that kind of, I won't say shut down my trapping for now, but yesterday skinning a beaver, we, I don't know how well you'll see that, going around a foot, my knife slipped and we went about 3/4 inch deep into my fist this way. Still can't quite bend my middle knuckle the whole way. I thought when it first happened, I actually thought I severed the tendon deal there because I couldn't move it hardly at all, but they said it was just because of the swelling. So she is very tender. It went, well, I mean the width of the blade, straight in. So, oh yeah, she's good and swollen. I mean, she's tender. Brad, that 70 pounder is, it's getting tanned with feet and tail on. That's going to be a tan I've never done before, so it'll be pretty cool. Mike Kitchen, how we doing? Matt, yeah, that 70 pounder is awesome. That was huge. What's funny is, earlier in the year, I caught several that I thought, man, this is 65, 70 pounds. And they're all like 57, 58. Big beaver, but not huge. And I caught this one. I'm like, man, this is right there at those 55, 60 pounders. And no, I was way off. This one right at the 70 mark. Really, Jen? I didn't know that. Eric, how we doing? AKW, that's bad. No, Chase, I didn't have to get stitches because it was I mean, it's obviously not going to get monetized, but it was a clean cut. But it just went, you know, I had that beaver's foot on the back side and I was cutting, and I just went right into it. And I was like, that wasn't beaver. Pulled it out and yeah, she bled like a stuck hog. It was bad. Pretty miserable. Duke, 2229, how we doing? From South Dakota, the land of muskrats. Yeah, Jason, here we would as well, but I have drowning rods, which makes this legal for an extended check. You know, like I said, I was planning on checking today, and it didn't happen because of this. Like, you know, my wife bought me some liquid Band-Aid, so it sealed it up pretty good, actually. It sealed up, but I didn't really want to go taking it in that muddy, nasty water and get some kind of infection. Don't get me wrong, I mean, I've got all kinds of cuts and nicks, but this one was deep, so we decided, yeah, let's just wait and see. And I had a buddy of mine, well, it's his area actually. He showed me some of the ground and went over there. He drove some of it and goes, yeah, I see at least 3 beaver that you got on the bottom of these rods. And it's like, I'm going to try to get over there hopefully tomorrow. It's just tough. This whole beaver season's kind of been very sporadic. I like to, check on these 3 or 4 days every other day, and it's just kind of a hit or miss. When's work? When do I get off early? When can I take time? It's just a struggle. Just a struggle. Yeah, Joshua, I think it will too. What's funny though is it was not the tail on it. I figured it'd be massive, but it wasn't. It actually doesn't have a very big tail. Actually, I might pull it out. I just threw it in the freezer now because I didn't get it fleshed yet. I mean, if you look at me holding it, we're way down there, but I'll get this thing out on the bench here and show you. This is going to be pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to this. It's got the front feet, the back feet, and the tail on it. So the back side tail is going to get cut off, so it'll just look like that. But I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. I've never seen anyone do it like that before, so it'd be pretty neat, I think, in my opinion. Squirrely, how we doing? Reef's in here. What's up, buddy? Yeah, Duke, I've heard that you guys have a lot of snow up there. A lot of the big beaver trappers are just biting at the bit. I see it all the time. They're anxious as hell to get out there, and I don't blame them. Thanks, Squirrely. Oh, Chase, not even close. Not even close. With the custom work that I'm doing, I don't even know. I tend to quit keeping track. Probably not next week, not next weekend, but the weekend after is going to be a big coon day. I'm going to try to get 150 more coon finished. All right, AKW. Thanks, buddy, stopping in. You have a good night, bud. Next gen, the feet are in for now, but I'll be skinning out the front feet to leave them in for the tan. Yeah, Don, that one's going on the wall. It's not my biggest one, but it's probably my second. Yeah, sorry, Reef, ain't gonna happen. But honestly, after I skinned this one out like this, I thought, some of these good, 30, 40 pounders, I might skin out with the feet on and the tail on, and just tan some and sell them that way. It'd be kind of cool. You don't see a lot of them with feet and tail on. Oh, Joshua, that's terrible. Right at 40, Squirrely, before today, and I know I got a few sitting on the bottom of rods that people have told me about, so. I did figure out one reason, not necessarily a reason, but one of the issues I'm struggling with. I didn't realize this, but I went right through a fairly good beaver trapper's backyard. He caught like 40 this fall, and I'm in like 6 creeks within 2 miles of his house. I literally drive past his front door. But that's part of it. You roll into a new area you're unfamiliar with, and you never know if it's been trapped or hit before, and it's just part of it. So it makes me feel better, actually, knowing that it's not just I'm that terrible at it. There's actually a reason why my success is not doing what I want it to. Chase, I'm just not a smart individual. Thanks, Matthew. I appreciate it. Don, I thought about it, but the beaver market's just through the roof right now. When it does, plateau or plummet a little bit, I plan to make some stuff out of beaver. It's amazing fur, but for right now, yeah, I can't pass up on the price of beaver. Marks, how we doing? Another day, but just my trap wind took boat. Oh no, PA, that's terrible, buddy. All right, Squirrely, you take care, bud. Thanks for stopping in. Reef, PA. I feel like there's something going on there, PA. Reef. Really, Jason? Oh, man, that's too bad. I'm sorry to hear that. Oscar, how we doing, sir? But, I mean, I feel good about things. My last video, I think I showed it. We've switched everything to more of a curiosity lure. I kind of went away from the hardcore caster. Just kind of a change up, just see if it'll work, and we'll have to wait and see what happens, but I feel good about it. You know, like I said, I had a couple buddies call me and say, hey, you've got 2 or 3 over here on drowners now, so. Alright, thanks, Chase. Thanks for stopping in. You have a good night, bud. Tired but blessed. That's all you can ask for, Oscar. Eric, you know, I've heard of several guys that are struggling this year with beaver. And part of me does wonder if just the season opened so early, the open water opened so early, that people got antsy and they just weren't moving yet. I don't know. You know, it's something I'm fairly new at, so I definitely don't have the answers. But man, I was hoping to be a little bit above where we're at now. Really, Matthew? Don't tell too many people that. Everybody will be there. But I did just sell a few beaver. I averaged 24.48 a beaver, so I'm happy with that. You know, that's good. Had the ultimate surprise earlier. What was it, Oscar? Uper, how we doing? Montana Wolf Trapper, how's it going, sir? Oh, Montana, we're struggling a little bit, sir. It's been rough. Just not quite where I want to be. Kind of cold rolled into a new area where I found out now that I've been trapped hard in the fall for beaver. So it is what it is. You can't be upset about it. It's just part of it. But we broke 40, and now we're just kind of hoping to finish strong here these last couple weeks. James from Mississippi. You got a lot of beaver down there, I'm sure. Matthew, absolutely. CRB, how we doing, bud? Next Gen's on fire, though. He broke 150 today. That's pretty awesome, man. That's awesome. Proud of you. That's cool. Gonna stew him up tomorrow. What do you mean, Oscar? Dane, no. I'm pretty much, you know, my experience has been, you know, caster lures, backbreaker, you know, just caster-based lures. And, you know, I've caught pretty much everything I had to begin with. But I'm not getting the results. So I actually just switched to more of a curiosity. Right now we're using Slim's Mud Pie Frosting and Dobbins Beaver Plus. Not, you know, there's caster in it, but it's not as strong. So kind of changing it up a little bit and see if that helps. So we'll know here pretty soon, hopefully. I don't know about that, Montana Wolf, by any means, but it's trapping, you know, it does. I had a couple comments on my last video. Man, you're always so negative, and you're always complaining and whining. It's like, guys, you get hit with a lot of stuff at once. The line's not going well. You know, our neighbors developing the property right next to us. The county just took out all the trees between me and the highway, so now our house literally is right next to a highway. We used to have a nice little, like, 30-yard buffer with trees between our house and the highway. The county came through, took them all out. You know, it's just I would call it kind of the normal blue-collar struggles. You know, there's always things going on. There's always stresses, always something. It's been a rough time. Haven't caught what I wanted to, and just, you know, you push through it, but, you know, it gets you down. It can get a man down. It's just part of life. 95 inches of snow in Bismarck. That's terrible. That boy, Next Gen. Hopefully you get it, buddy. There you go, Oscar. Beaver in one of your muskrat traps. No, nice, CRB. Nice. No, he's got, I'm sure, yeah. I'm really thinking about doing some of these beaver with skinning them with feet and tail on and selling them. Getting them tanned out. I think that'd be pretty cool, but. Yeah, exactly, Eric. You've been here. And now the county came out and cleaned out everything. So we've literally got a highway in our front yard now. So it's one of those things that sucks, but there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. You just kind of, deal with it and move on. It's part of life. $60 miles every day for trap beaver. Jason, I am covering about 250 on my line because I do not have the water systems here. I'm covering a lot of ground, and it's tough. It's tough trapping. Yeah, Reef. I mean, tomato. It's fine. Everyone has a we whine or complain about something every now and then, but yeah, I am disappointed with this season, this beaver season. I really thought I'd be, and maybe that's just because I slightly, maybe I got a little full of myself or overconfident in myself that, hey, we caught 50. It was right around 48, 50 beaver, something like that last year. I can't remember the exact number. I'd have to look at my videos, but I did that last year, and with tripling this line, I thought, man, we're gonna hit 100. This is gonna be great, and boy, was I wrong. We can still get there, but my problem is I have nowhere fresh to go. I've got like 4 or 5 more locations I can think of the opposite direction of everything, but everything within 60-mile radius in one direction is what I got. If I go down south, I get into some people that I really don't want to deal with. If I go north, I'm going to run into Next Gen. If I go east, I run into some more competition, which is fine. But I mean, there's a lot of competition over that way, so it just is what it is. We don't have a lot of water in my area. Oh yeah, Matthew. If you're seeing 20 beaver on a 10-acre lake while you're out there, yeah, you probably got 40 of them in there. Yeah, Montana wolf trapper. That big 70-pounder, she had 5 in her. It bothers me. I don't like that. I won't lie to that. That is something that does bother me. I understand why we have a spring beaver season and we need it, but we have seasons for most of our fur to avoid the pregnancy, offspring, and young phase. I'm going to be able to sell them and make some money off it, but I'm not a fan of that. I'm really not. Slow season for you, Michael? Yeah, I get it, buddy. Yeah, Jinx, I think I was only like 4 away or 5 today. I looked. I'm like, holy cow. I never thought I'd get anywhere near that. Oh, Justin McKay, I'll tell you what, man, those positive words like that make me feel a lot better about myself. They really do. I am probably one of the type of people that, it hits home a little harder when someone knocks me down. I don't know. I just want to share what I do and go out there and have fun. Really, Matthew, that's crazy. Yeah, Jason. Yeah, I've heard of that. Absolutely, Oscar. You're welcome in here anytime, buddy. Really, Mike. I've never met Internet Vet, but I have talked to him on the phone several times. Really good man. He told me they had a class over there not too long ago, too, I think. All right, Reef. You take care, buddy. Have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping in, bud. No joke, guys. We are seriously. I have to watch that for like 36 hours to make sure I don't get beaver fever. I told my wife that, and she's like, right. I'm like, no, seriously, honey, it's a condition. Right, I bet. No, I'm serious. All right, thanks, Oscar. God's Country Hunting and Fishing and subscribe. Bradley's a super guy. Absolutely, Johnny boy. Share the link on here. I have no problem with that. Share the link on it, and we'll see if we can't help him out. Get a few subscribers over his way. Yeah, Don, I appreciate it. I really do. That's why I came out here tonight. I was going to try working on some stuff, take coon off boards, and it's like, I still can't. Nope, it's not worth it. So I'm just going to, I'll do a live for a little bit. See what's going on with everybody. Hopefully everybody's season's, going well for them. I found out there's some states that don't have a spring beaver season. I guess I thought quite a few did, but Don, yeah. Yeah, Oh, really, Mike? Yeah, no, Vet's a good man. He is a very good dude. Uh, I haven't talked to him here in probably a month or so. I should probably give him a call this weekend, see how he's doing. Ty, I was told you do not have to. Because of, since I was skinning beaver with a knife, and beaver have it on them, especially around the rear end, it's still very possible. So, but I think they said I had 36 hours to watch it, or 48. I'm not sure, but she's still a little poof ball. Not as bad as she was, but. Jinx, yeah, I heard the raccoon was tough. Yeah, that sucks. I cautiously hold optimism for it, but man, I'm struggling. To be honest with you, right now, what I'm leaning at doing is all my coon this year. I bought some giant vacuum seal bags. I think they were 60 inches by 24 inches. I'm going to vacuum seal all my coon and throw them in the basement when they're finished. And see how they look, in a year. See if they yellow up, because we all know that coon, when they age, well, maybe some of you don't. When coons age, if you just hang them, they yellow. They yellow really badly. Makes them stale. Not necessarily it should make them worse for value, but you'll get docked by fur buyers by it being stale. Every tannery I've talked to says they tan out just fine. You might have a little problem with like grease burn that makes them a little tougher to tan out, but they still tan out fine, so it is what it is. Jason, what state are you in, buddy? Where can't you road trap? Hold on a second. I think I did this before. Here is last year's coon I fleshed, and here's one that's this year's. You can see how well it yellows compared to this year's fresh, and this will grade stale. I mean, it doesn't look as good, but I was told it dresses out the exact same, but it is what it is. Matthew, I've tried waiting before. It's 100% a gamble. You wait too long and things could drop worse. Sometimes you sell and you shouldn't have. You should have waited a year and they'll go up. It's 100% a gamble. I don't even know how to say it. When 2013 the coon market really hit a good high, I have yet to hear from a reliable source of anybody that really saw it coming. Every fur buyer that I've talked to, they're kind of like, yeah, there's a chance of it going well, but I never saw that coming. And there's a lot that are like that. It just kind of is what it is. Oh, Jinx, you sent Castor up there. I feel bad for you, buddy. They dry that stuff down so much. So much. I'll tell you what, Jinx, next year, well, I'm hoping next year. My Castor buyer says he's full for this year, but I got a pretty good one. So next year, I'm sure he's wanting to hopefully move some casters. You let me know. Because, yeah, I mean, you send 10 pounds of casters to fur harvesters. 10 pounds last year, it might go $100 a pound, but they dried it down to 600 or to 6 pounds, $600. Oh, good, Michael. You're shooting your bow. What kind of bow did you get? Matthew, I don't think so. It's a whole different market for them, for sure. I mean, don't get me wrong, the ranch mink drastically impacts our fur market, but, 30,000 mink getting released, in the grand scheme of things, that's probably not. I mean, now it's a lot more of the population of ranch mink than it was, say, 5 years ago. There was tens of million ranch mink 5 years ago. Now, we're probably under a million, but 30,000 ain't gonna make them too much. Brad, I've had a lot of people tell me that, but they expected to see signs of it later this season. It's just not happening. If you did what, Johnny boy? I didn't see anything. Maybe I missed it. Oh yeah, Don. Yeah, I'm sure the cat-like speed and reflexes when you knock your knife off the counter. That's just what I need to stick that knife right through my foot. At that point, I'll just be like, you know what? Season's over. We're done. I give up. Yeah, Jinx. Because I think last year I moved mine for right at $90 or $95 a pound. So, and that was just your standard drying of about a week or so. Matthew, no, there's no dumb questions. Absolutely not. Feel free to ask any question in here. There's no dumb question. Anything you want. If someone were to give you a hard time for it, trust me, I would kick them out of here right now. We all started somewhere. We all started learning and asking basic questions. So there's no dumb question here. Not on my channel. Mike, I've never done it before. I really haven't. I will probably throw it in our basement so it'll stay right around that 65 degrees probably all year. I don't know what it'll turn out like. I really don't. Hey, Molly, how we doing? Pest Center's in here. How we doing, bud? Brad, you got 55 a pound this year? Was it earlier in the year? Jason's in Kansas. Jason, you might want to see if you're on time with our live feed. I think you might have paused it or something. Seems like your replies are a little ways behind us, bud. Yeah, absolutely, Jinx. You just let me know, buddy. You know how to find me. I appreciate it, Pest Hunter. Hope everything's going well for you, bud. It's not going to be a crazy live night. We're just going to be out here for a little bit, but... Really, Brad? I'll tell you what. Did you sell to a lure maker or an actual fur buyer? I'm intrigued by that. Oh, cool, Michael. That'd be awesome. Yeah, you have to, when you pull some of them out, send me a picture of what they look like. I'm curious how well they weather in a vacuum seal bag. Because I'm going to need a lot of bags, I think. So, Mike, I put them in bags, um, and I think some of them were vacuum sealed, but it was a very short time frame. I think I did it for like a month and a half, 2 months. This year I'm going to be doing it big term, long term, and see what happens. But I have had a few bugs in here. That's the big thing now we're going to be pushing. Bugs don't get here super early, probably late May before I have to really worry about it. But yeah, bugs are always an issue, especially once they get a hold of things. They tear them up. Brad, that's amazing. That's about double the price of any caster I've heard of. I'd be really shocked if your fur bar didn't lose his butt on that one. Don, I don't think so. I've had mold on furs before, but I think if I seal them up in a dry environment and they're vacuum sealed, I should be okay. I can't say that for sure. That's definitely an issue. Jenks, I appreciate it, buddy. I really do, man. All right, Dane. You take care of yourself, and I appreciate it. Yeah, we're gonna baby this a little bit more. It might not look like much, but it went down to about right here. Whew. It doesn't really hurt unless I try to move it. That was... Brad. Okay, there it is. There it is then. I was wondering if he lost his rear end on that one. Yeah, Don, I'll have to let you know because we're going to be doing a lot of them. A lot of them. You should, Michael. When do you bag them? Was it right at a year ago or close to a year? Pest Hunter, I was skinning around the back foot of a beaver. So I had the beaver's foot in here and I was cutting around. I went around the back side, which this probably doesn't show you at all. But then all of a sudden my knife slipped and I went about that deep into my hand when I was making a fist. So straight back into my hand. They thought I actually severed part of my deal that controls my finger because I couldn't make a full fist. I was about here, but now I got most of it back. But it's just due to swelling. It was so rough, but definitely messed it up for a little bit. That's good to know, Mike. That's really good to know. Froze mink and vacuum. I've seen people do that with muskrat, and they said they didn't turn out well, so that's interesting. I think your thicker leathered stuff would do a lot better. Eric, I will not run that freezer this summer. I will not do it. That walk-in freezer in this shop, in the summertime trying to run it, you're talking $250 a month. Not worth it. Not worth it at all. I'll throw them in the basement. I'll hide them in the scary storm shelter part that my wife won't go in. Okay, right out here. That's good to know, Michael. But yeah, it's a tough season right now, guys. I can't say it's been an easy one. I had that one check where I caught one beaver. And it's an 8-hour day checking traps, so it is what it is. You just grind on, keep pushing yourself. I'm not going to give up. I still want 100. We've got 60 to go. But, all I need is about 13 more and I broke my record. So that's always a positive, I'm doing better. I'm getting better. I'm learning as I go. And that's the big thing people got to realize. It's like, I've been trapping coon for a long time, and I would say I probably, I would have a failing grade as a percentage of what I know about raccoon trapping. There's probably 70% of raccoon trapping left that I have no idea about. Because no one's going to know it all. They aren't. You always learn, you always improve. You know, it's just part of life in general. Need solar. You're right, PA. I probably do. Hey, thanks for your comment too about putting that couch halfway up. I appreciate that. Matthew, it's really not terrible. Granted, these last couple years I've had a Skinner. They've helped me out drastically. With all the bits and pieces of the raccoon that I take, I do have a Skinner that does 90% of it. The only thing I really do that first 3 weeks when I'm catching, 30 to 60 a day, I've got a Skinner in here. Shows up every other day. He's skinning them, gutting out the carcasses for me to sell, taking the skulls off, the balcums, the feet, everything I want to do and part them off. Saves me a lot. Probably this year, late season, I did quite a bit because, he was done after the first 3 weeks, I think it was this year. Late season, probably the most I've skinned in a night is 40, 45. Nothing crazy by any means. Yeah, Michael, it's tough, buddy. It's tough. Oh, PA, if I caught 1,000 beaver, yeah, I'd be probably giving my 2 weeks notice tomorrow. Really, William? I'll check that out. You're going to experiment with 2 of your 330s by sitting up. You can't do that here, Michael Grant. You can't do that, buddy. Don, I don't really want to say that on here. It's definitely a better market than anybody else I've seen. So, Mahler, how are we doing, buddy? Good to see you on here, man. It's been a while. I came out here trying to get something done and didn't really work out. So, good to see you catching, what'd you say, you caught 3 today? So, that's pretty good, man. I'm glad you're out there. Matthew, say hi to Jess for Molly and I. Put finished fur up in contractor bags. Just fold the... Yeah, Jeremiah, my problem is I do have issues with bugs out here. Especially later in the year, it does get... my shop, I'm not going to sit here and say it's the cleanliest of shops. I get several spiders and bugs and stuff and things like that. So vacuum sealing them was the only way I'd want to try it. All right, Michael, you take care, buddy. Have a good night. Message me a little bit. I'll help you out with what you're talking about here a second ago. But yeah, it's just one of those things, man. I mean, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just been rough. A lot of Backwoods Misfits crowd on here tonight. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Really, Molly? Oh, did you snap it to me here recently? Because I checked my snaps here a little bit ago. I didn't have any Snapchats from you as of an hour ago. Oh, thanks, CRB. Yeah, that's the one thing I like about this is you get, I've noticed that a lot with the trapping, a little bit in the hunting, but like I'm getting real big, not real big, but bigger into the fishing community on YouTube. I've got a lot of the fishing channels that I'm learning about. Off the Hook, he was in here earlier. He was on there making, actual rubber molds and fishing lures, and that, I don't know, that was just cool. It's fascinated me. I've never seen anything like that done before. It's pretty neat. Oh, okay, Mahler. I'll check that out then. Yeah, I think they're starting to fight pretty good. I'm hoping they're more territorial now. Um, I kind of just wonder if because I looked here the other day, and my first beaver I caught last year was like March 17th or 16th. Um, Basically just a few days ago, probably a week ago or so now. What is today's date? I don't even know. I don't even know. It's all one big blur and beating. Yeah, Brad, and that's why I'm hoping the dispersal is starting now. Like I said, I've covered a lot of ground. I've got a lot of stuff set, and I caught a few locals that first, few checks, but then it just went stagnant. So I'm really hoping once things get moving, if they haven't already, that things are going to get a lot better. Michael Caff, it's the 23rd. Ooh, it's my sister's birthday. I probably should message her after this live. Uh-oh. Beagle dog getting ready to do some catfishing. That's awesome. It was bit from Mahler. I've had one guy told me that he actually had a beaver dead. It wasn't even on a drowning rod, but they said it was just because it was so bit up. That's crazy. That's just crazy. Jason, I'm running TS85s for beaver. That's definitely my go-to. Drop shot for fishing in May. I'm intrigued, Pest Hunter. Yeah, because I mean that get together, that's literally where I grew up. That YouTube get together is literally a half a mile from where I grew up. You could, from the gates of that place, you can literally see where I shot my first deer, my first buck, my first deer with a bow. I mean, it's right there. Matthew Jess Outdoors, you're 100% spot on. It does seem like, I hate to say this, but us outdoors, men and women, we spend more time fighting amongst ourselves than anything else. It's sad. It really is. It's just, it's too bad. It really is. Idaho's ends March 31st. Oh, you got another week yet then. Jason's using the 750s. Johnny Boy, share page. Boy, to be honest with you, bud, I'm not sure on how to share a page. I didn't see a post one, though. Your beaver season's probably over. We're getting hammered with rain tonight, so let's get 4 inches. Oh, Jeremiah, that's tough. And that, I'm assuming if you're beaver trapping, yeah, that's gonna really raise those creeks up. I'll tell you what, if we got 4 inches of rain over a week, Mahler knows. I mean, we'd be flooded out bad here in Iowa. Oh, thanks, Jinx. Thanks for helping Johnny Boy out. That's something new to me, too. I'm not good at sharing pages out because I don't know how to. I can talk about them and type it in, but I don't know how to actually share the link. All right, PA, you take care, bud. But, yeah, I'm excited. With beaver prices being the way they are, I'm optimistic. I'm happy about this. Hopefully things turn around for the coon. Obviously that's my bread and butter. Here in Iowa, I look at it this way. If you could sell a carcass raccoon for $5, a skinned one for an average of 10, and a finished one for 15, everybody wins. You don't have people coming out of the woodwork thinking they're going to get rich, but the actual true trapper, not somebody that heard high prices and went out and bought 330s, throwing them in fence lines, but the actual true trapper can make some money off of that. He's not going to get rich, but he's going to make some money. Oh, ADC. Yeah, the ADC pays a lot better, even with the high prices now, probably. Thanks, Jinx. I appreciate it, buddy. Oh, wow, CRB. That'd be cool. Yeah, isn't it, Eric? That's crazy. I mean, like, my buddy Mahler, he's from the severe northern part of the state. And, like, he's sending me pictures of, like, ice you could walk on not that long ago. And it's like, what? How? That's just crazy. Oh, man, Michael, that's tough, buddy. I know how that goes. You know, it's tough when you come up and, you know, all your traps are, you know, 2 foot underwater, 3 foot underwater, or the exact opposite when you show up and, you know, now your trap's 2 foot out of water. Um, you know, some of these creeks and river systems, it's difficult, so damn difficult. Oh, Jeremiah, that makes it tough. Really, Jason, 100 beaver on some jobs, that's crazy. Are you talking $100 a beaver? I get that. Yeah, that's pretty fair rate. Absolutely, if that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, our lake's coming up. Our big river's coming up. That's one spot So I got a little trick up my sleeve yet. I'm not sure if it's gonna work out. Um, I'm very, very cautiously optimistic, but I've got a good little creek river system here. It's not crazy big, but I want to float down it, trapping beaver with snares. I can go 9 miles on this creek system, and I want to try it trapping beaver. You know, some of you probably saw my muskrat trapping video out of a boat. It's a creek system that's very much like that, but it's a little more faster current. Makes me a little nervous about that because I'm not a boat guy. I'm not a great swimmer, but I'm not bad at swimming either. But just makes me nervous. But boy, it'd be an adventure. You know, that would just be the most amazing thing. So I'm debating on trying that last week. You know, floating 9 miles of river. I think it'd be pretty fun. I really do. Yeah, exactly, Jason. That's what I thought you meant. Oh, Matthew, just I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. Um, that couch wasn't actually in the creek a while ago. It was up on the bank, and then it got thrown into the river at some point. But that's okay, because that couch naturally funneled that 70-pound beaver into my trap. So, yeah, Ty, the problem is I don't have a legal boat. So it would be either out of a kayak, um, which is probably what would happen. Which I have lots of spots I can stop to reload equipment. You know, I'm not going to load up a whole bunch of stuff in a kayak for 9 miles. That's why I want to use snares, because I can stop about every 1.5 to 2 miles on it. So if I took, you know, 30 snares with anchors for them, that wouldn't be so bad. Um, you know, and then reload as I go. But it'd be a new thing. You know, that muskrat line I had was a huge new thing for me. 2 years ago, you know, that was over a year ago. You know, it wasn't this last season. It was the December before. That was fun. I'll never forget that experience. And this might be another experience like that, but 9 miles of it. Before I went like probably 3/4 of a mile, half mile. This is 9 miles. That'd be amazing. Yeah, Pest Hunter, and that's what I'd have to do is my dad would drive the truck to, you know, to all these spots and just wait for me. So we need to find a supplier for a block 10 foot. I'll tell you what, Mahler, I'm not a fiberglass person, but if I was going to use any drowning rods on this river float, I would go to fiberglass for sure, because I actually have to float that stuff in. So it'd be interesting. You know, it'd be interesting. Michael, if they're not designed to drown the animal and fully submerged, you have to check them every 24 hours. Brad, I hope you get the opportunity to, but I will tell you this right now. I know you will have some severe competition on there. At least if you were to trap it tomorrow, I know of 3 people for sure that I know are trapping. At least the Mississippi. You know, I don't know exactly. I know one person's probably in that neck of the woods, but 3 people on it right now that I know of. Matthew, I'm not a small guy. I'm 250 pounds, so. Mahler, and my problem is, so my soil is a lot of sand here. Our creeks are a lot of sand bottom. And I can't personally say I've tried them, really, but the guys I've talked to, that fiberglass has so much flex in it. So if you dig it into the sand, you know, say that rebar's here and, you know, here's the level. When that rebar flexes, it just keeps working its way out, which rebar flexes too, but not nearly as much as that fiberglass would. And that's my big flaw, my big issue with them. You know, everyone says, you know, the weight of fiberglass is so much lighter to carry. I'm carrying it 30 yards. You know, I'm not too worried at best, you know, and that's all downhill or uphill, not necessarily, you know, out. So I don't know. Yeah, I bet you do, Jason. I bet for sure. Midwest Ohio, no competition at all. That's crazy. I was in the middle of Ohio for the Nationals last year. Brad, no, here's the thing. It's you can't view it as stepping on toes. If you want to go trap the Mississippi River and it's a dream for you, do it. Do not let anybody stop you. Don't, unless you're sitting right on top of somebody, nobody has any right to tell you anything. You go out, do it, and you have fun. You know, if not necessarily this year, but in years past, if I didn't trap the areas I had competition, I'd never get a trap in the ground. It's just, you know, you be respectful, be ethical with it, and just go out and do your thing. You know, there's nobody owns these road ditches, as I found out here today when they started taking out my road ditch, all the trees out of it. So, really, Matthew, that's crazy. Mahler hates him with a passion. I love him. I love him. That's crazy, Matthew. That's crazy. Jason, I'm not 100% sure. I actually, most of my coon traps are in totes right now. I haven't gone through them all yet, but you know, we're probably talking 4 dozen, give or take, 3-4 dozen, which is below what I expect every year. So I expect a 10% loss of everything every year as far as traps go. So just kind of what I expect. Don't do a lot of bush lattes on these, but we're going to do one tonight. Yeah, Pest Hunter, I don't blame you. That's what time my alarm's going off to. It's 5:30. Get some sleep, bud. Thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate it. Right, Matthew? Yeah. Isn't that crazy? They're so destructive animals. It's just insane. I actually, I think I'm gonna be moving a few sets. Not necessarily to creek systems, but opposite side of the creek, opposite sides of the river, and trying it. Something different, something new. I've got sets on this side, but on the other side there's beaver chewings and slides, but it's against the dominant wind. Like the dominant wind comes at me, no, it goes against me. So I think they smell them and come to it, but they just I don't know. They're not. I don't know why. Sorry, fellas. Matthew, that'd be perfect for me then, because that's what I need. Jason, yeah, beaver trapping's a lot of fun. This year, it's still fun. I enjoy doing it. Just, I don't know how to say it. I set a goal, and I will do everything in my power to hit that goal. And this year, it just seems like the odds are stacked against me. When you go out and set, it took me 2 days to get my line fully set out, 2 long days. And then when you're running 8 hours and catching one beaver, it's like, what? Come on. This is not fair. Kevin, how we doing? Oh yeah, absolutely, Kevin. Oh yeah, beaver trapping's amazing. It's a lot of fun, but you're gonna work your ass off for it. 100%. Scab, how we doing, buddy? I think there's a few people that messaged me thinking me and you are really getting into it there on Trapping Bros Live, and it's like, at least on my side, like I'm just messing with him. The guy's a beast. I know that. I just gotta flip him some crap here and there. So yeah, I get it, Jason. I get it 100%. Michael, I used to use cables. I did, uh, and I liked them, but that bottom end, I had to use cinder blocks from that because it's so deep. I can't get an earth anchor or anything in there. So, that's kind of why it would prevent me from doing more of it. That's why I like the rebar. I can jab it in and it's done. Yeah, Scab. I had a couple people message me and they're like, you really shouldn't talk to him like that. And I'm like, well, he knows I'm messing with him. At least I think so. He flips me as much crap as I flip him. So, I have the utmost respect for the man. So, it was just funny. 330s in the ice, yeah, that would be a lot of work. That's a lot of work. Hey, thanks, Jinx. I appreciate it, buddy. But yeah, no, it's all in good fun. There's several people like Reef Robert. Man, he flips me a lot of crap, and I always flip it right back. It's just part of it. Got tired just walking 5 miles. Oh, Matthew, yeah, that I'd have to have a McChicken break in that. Guaranteed, I'd have to have a McChicken break. I'm gonna have to get cleaned up before Saturday night. I got the father-daughter dance that I'm going to with my 6-year-old, so gonna have to get all cleaned up, get in a suit and tie, which doesn't happen often. Yeah, it's gonna be wild. Rather ice it. Yeah, Kevin, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I have trapped beaver through the ice before, but for me, I'm a coon trapper. I'm gonna hit coon as hard as I can until season ends, and then I'll switch over to beaver. But we don't have a great beaver population here. We just really don't. It's called yeah. Yeah. Jinx, if we need 10, that means I lost some during this live. That's not good. Yeah, Eric, no, there's going to be no evidence of that. Matthew. Hey, he's in a whole different part of the state, Scab. It is crazy because I've Next Gen's rode with me on a little bit of my line before season because me and Next Gen are pretty good friends. Uh, when I met him, I didn't realize how close he was to me. I took him with me on a small part of my line and just kind of showed him what I look for. And he's even said, like, you guys just don't have water down here. And I'm like, right? I didn't realize how little water we had till I went to other parts of the state. And I'm like, wow. Now I know where our big mink trappers come from, our big coon trappers come from. It was crazy. I mean, it blew me away. Yeah, Kevin, isn't that crazy? I mean, we just don't have it. Um, it just shocked me. So that's kind of the thing about me. Like, in Iowa, you're big trappers. You're gonna water trap for coon. You're gonna catch thousands of coon. The best person I've ever heard of, I think they caught 5,300 raccoons in a season here in Iowa, all in water. But it's just, I started water trapping when I first started road lining, and I'm like, how are they doing this? Like, I don't see where to set for these things. And then I start seeing other parts of the state, and I'm like, okay, this is how. Other parts of the state, every half mile they go over a hill, and they've got that 5 foot wide, 1 foot deep, perfect creek every half mile. For me, that's a wooden draw going to a cornfield, dry land. So it blew me away. It was a very learning experience. Oh, bait ammo, yeah. We're looking forward to it. One of her good friends is going with her, and me and her dad are good friends, so we're going to take the girls out for ice cream afterwards, and it'll be fun. I'm sure I'll spend a lot of money on stupid, like, prize giveaways or games, and just to put a smile on her face. I'm sure I'll spend a lot of money on it. I bet, Scab. I bet. Don't miss the heavy packs anymore. Yeah, it's just crazy, Ty. It really is. And that's the best way I can explain it, Michael. So, you get in certain parts of the state, it's like a tree. You've got the big river systems, and you've got these branches coming off that are like good tributaries. And that's a good spot to catch beaver. Just go up these tributaries, and you're going to catch them. You can get on the river too, but you can follow the branches all the way up. Where I'm at, it's just like you have one system in the middle and one branch each way. That's it, going opposite directions. And it's just like, it's difficult. It makes it really tough. Hunting and stuff, how we doing? You're a crown eater. I'm doing good, hunting stuff. I'm doing good. We actually, I'll show it again. But we're going to tan a beaver for the first time with feet and tail on. It's my big 70-pounder, so pretty excited about that. Matthew and Scab, both Marines. That's awesome. That's awesome, guys. Jinx, I loved your comment on that post. Will it fit around a keg? Asking for a friend. Yeah, Kevin, that's how I'm gonna do it. I mean, I skinned the whole tail out because I didn't know how to get just the half. And it turns out you can actually skin it to where you can lay it out flat and actually like fillet it off. But I've never done one before, so I skinned out. I cut it down the middle when you're doing the belly cut. I cut right down the middle of the tail and pulled the inside pieces out and then filleted it up. Just because I had no idea what I was doing. So. Ty, that's tough. That is tough. Brad, I actually haven't skinned the feet out yet. The feet are still in it. But what I did do is I cut them more at the knee, so that way I have bone to grab to pull the feet out and do it. Absolutely, Jason. Yeah, we appreciate your service, guys. That's pretty amazing. You know, my brother-in-law was a Green Beret, so I have the utmost respect for our military. 100%. More manly than I'll ever be. I'll guarantee you that. What do you do, Scab? What do you get? No, Michael. This will be sent to Sleepy Creek Tannery. Yeah, Ty. Yeah, I get it, buddy. I get it. Yeah, Kevin. I think it's gonna be tough. Once I get the feet out, though, I think it'll look pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to it. As well, we all should hunting and stuff. One of my best friend from high school, up until recently, he was active Air Force in Alaska. But his jobs and stuff have kind of switched, and I think he's more reserved now. I'm not sure. I need to reach out to him. Really, Scab? Yeah, you'll have to send me that picture, buddy. That'll be awesome. Bluegrass, no trapping in the Middle East. Oh, that's too bad, bud. Where are you at exactly? James, how we doing, buddy? I might be sending some stuff out your way next year. I might have to. I do know I'm sitting on a bunch of skunks that might end up at the fur harvester sale next week. Or not next week, next month. April 16th I seen as their deadline, so. To buy? Wow, that's crazy, Bluegrass. James, no. But I'm half tempted to send, maybe I'll send 50 skunks with their feet on, fleshed out. Some stuff like that. Might try it. That's cool, Matthew and Scab. Little connection there. I like that. That's awesome. Do you guys know each other before this live? I'm curious. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. CRB, that's kind of what I'm planning to. I might take going forward with the feet on beaver, feet and tail on. I might be doing quite a few of them. We'll have to wait and see how it goes. That's crazy, Matthew. That's awesome. That's cool that my channel got to connect a few Marines. That's pretty badass. That's pretty cool. Brad, the average was, don't quote me on this, but like 16 something. A buddy of mine from Nebraska averaged 21, so pretty good. '05 to '09. Was that right out of high school, Matthew? Hunting stuff. Right now it's Matthew, Scab, um, Bluegrass is there now, I believe. Thanks, James. Yeah, 16 something. All right. Hey, thanks, Mahler. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. I'm gonna check your snap here in a little bit. Uh, just yeah. Thanks for snapping me back, buddy. It's been a rough couple days, like I said. So, thanks for your support, buddy. It means a lot. Brad Skunk was good. Beaver was phenomenal. Otter was okay. Coon was terrible. Um, it wasn't great, really, overall. Tony, how we doing, bud? Not well. Not well. Hey, thanks for swinging in here, Michael. I appreciate it, man. Tell you what, Matthew, Scab, if you guys want to exchange any information, talk later, feel free to do so. An email or something, so you can block all the BS that comes out of this. But or Scab, you could, if you want me to send something to Matthew, or we'll find a way. If you guys want to get connected outside of this live, I'd be more than happy to help. Yeah, James, it was really good. Right, Kevin? Yeah. Yeah, I think I sold beaver, was it last year or the year before, for $6 a pound, $5.50 a pound, and now we're really up there. Yeah, yeah, Tony, I knew you were froze up. Okay, Scam, absolutely. I'm just throwing it out there before I end this live sometime tonight. Um, if you guys need to share any information on this, I'll gladly delete the live after this, so only 39 people would see what you say. Uh, you know, like I said, I have the utmost respect for our military. I mean, 100%. We all should. My brother-in-law was a Green Beret in the Army, and um, very humble man. Probably the most humble person I've ever met in my life. Um, and you know, you get a few drinks in him, and you hear some of the things he's done, and it's just like, man, you're a better man than me. Scab 76. It's right there, Matthew. Scab, do you have your email on your channel by chance? Oh yeah, Tony. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, James. I'll tell you what. I mean, I won't say that's good in my opinion, but for where I thought things were going, I mean, it's Coyotes are terribly tough. I've heard rumor next year's going to be a little better, but I have not heard yet. Okay, Scab, I got you. Well, you guys know your channel names now, and yeah, so at least you guys can. Oh, where'd my pencil go? There we go, Scab. Oh, Scab shared out James's channel. I appreciate it, buddy. Matthew Jess Outdoors, we need to share you out as well. I need to write that down because I'm not sure I'm subscribed to you. Yeah, Brad. Canadian Goose getting out really hurt the market. Yeah, I get it, Tony. I get it. Yeah, that's too bad, Kevin. That's too bad. You know, I won't go into it with that buyer, I guess, but hunting and stuff, you've got to click the bell ringing. Make sure that's on because otherwise you won't see it. Oh, Matthew, you'll see Tim. That's awesome. Or Kevin, that's awesome. CRB, yeah, there's a few cranes around. I almost filmed it today. Not today. Yesterday. It's a big blur. Wow, 2 days ago. Yeah, it'd been 2 days ago. I had my TS-85 here. So the trap's right here, and you see crane tracks that went boom, boom, boom. I'm like, wow, that was lucky. That was very lucky. There you go, Scab. Absolutely. Oh, cool. Matthew and Scab. Cool. You got the connection made. That's awesome. Oh, Tony, that's too bad, man. There's money there. There's money there. Oh, Scab. The only coyote you wanted to buy. That's terrible. Kevin, I've heard a lot of issues with that, the pocket and caster mount sets. I personally have never had an issue with it. Granted, you know, I'm not a water trapper. Go ahead, Scab. Throw your best shot in here. But you know, I see some people that are just paranoid. They're gonna catch a duck or something like that. And even in the spring beaver trapping, I've never caught anything waterfowl related ever. So I was pretty lucky there. Tony, I get it. Seen a blue heron today? Yeah, I'm sure they're coming up pretty quick. I'm sure they're coming up. There it is, Tony. Someone had to jump on it. I'll tell you what, though, Tony. With this big beaver line that I'm running now, I did find a lot of good areas for potential actual water trapping next year. I just got to force myself to do it. Scab, you're right. I mean, yeah. I mean, I float above the water, fat floats, so I'm set. There's not a chance in heck that's ever gonna happen. James, wow, really? That's crazy. I've never heard of that. I mean, I've heard of it, but I've never seen it firsthand. Problem is, Tony, you know, I won't lie, you know, it comes down to laziness. You know, I can set 50 locations of dog proofs and 220s on dry land, and then I'm tired and I'm worn out, and it's like, man, that's 30 feet down there. Yeah, I'll probably catch coon anyway. I'd much rather go up here 30 feet and catch coon coming from that that draw crossing the cornfield. And that's what I just straight up comes from laziness. I can't lie about it. It sucks, but Hopefully I do better next year. Oh, Ty. James, 13 for the season. That's awesome. Really, Scab? That's just insane. That's insane. All right, CRB, you take care, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. Jason, I've caught a couple of snappers in 330s. It happens. I know that. So, got cold out here. Right? Yeah, Kev. I'll tell you what. Yeah. I mean, I wear hip boots trapping anyway, but man, it's tough. Yeah, hunting stuff. I'm gonna wind it down. I gotta be up at 5:30 for work anyway tomorrow. So. Yeah, I get it, Tony. I get it. Matthew, I don't doubt that. So anyway, guys, we're gonna bounce out of here. I appreciate everybody stopping in. It was a fun live. It was. Um, but like I said, gotta get up early in the morning, and yeah, I'm pretty beat. So you all take care. Hopefully this beaver line keeps producing, and we'll catch you later. Still shooting for 100, but boy, we're a long ways from it. So take care. Scab, I'm glad a few of our Marines made a connection here. That's pretty badass. You can't deny that at all. So you guys take care, and we'll see you later.